All right. The fans are clamoring for Canelo Alvarez versus Andre Ward. People are saying that Andre Ward needs to come out of retirement to fight Canelo Alvarez. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, thank you for the support from my two communities that support the channel so wonderfully, the Patreon community and the live stream community. Please remember to make sure that you come to the live streams that we do Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. OG Boxing Talk, a platform for mature boxing fans, with myself, my executive producer, Blood Boxing, KQKC Boxing, Curtis Anderson, and our newest member of the panel, Trap House Boxing. So let's get into this. Andre Ward. And there's been a lot of rumblings about Andre Ward needing to fight, or what should Andre Ward come out of retirement to fight Canelo Alvarez for a massive payday. And, I wanted to give my thoughts on that because the obvious answer to that question is yes and no. Now, it's obvious to me because I have this bifurcated mind, and I think, well, if Canelo Alvarez, what's the circumstance in which Canelo Alvarez would fight Andre Ward? Is Andre Ward going to have to fight? Is it a regular fight or is it a Canelo Alvarez type of fight? Will Andre Ward be able to take a tune-up and then be able to fight on an even playing field with Canelo? Or will he have to fight for the 175-pound title at, say, 172.2 pounds with a 2-pound rehydration clause and Canelo Alvarez pumped full of PEDs, and the fight having Canelo Alvarez's mother, stepbrother, and uncle as the judges? Now, clearly that is an exaggeration of the ridiculous amount of nonsense that goes on in Canelo Alvarez fights as far as stacking as much of the favor towards him as possible. But it illustrates the point. If Canelo Alvarez would fight Andre Ward, and this was a fight where Andre Ward had 3 fights. Andre Ward, was in a groove at 175 pounds. Canelo Alvarez comes in there after a year of stringent round the clock FBI type surveillance on a drug for performance enhancing drugs, right? Where they keep him on camera, making sure they know everything that he puts on the system. It's Andre Ward in 6 rounds, no doubt about it. But if Canelo Alvarez is able to, import African bull elephant testosterone in it and come take that like he did, what seemed like he did against against Sergey Kovalev, hey man, who knows? Who knows? That is what I think about that fight. Now, truth be told, I don't believe that Andre Ward would take that fight, that he would go for that bait, because Andre Ward is a retired fighter. Similar to what's going on with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. As much as Manny Pacquiao talks about wanting the rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and people are taunting and trying to do all of this and that, I don't believe Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to come out and do that, because he's already made enough money. But if everything was on an even playing field with Manny Pacquiao, which with Floyd Mayweather Jr. it would be, because Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the big money dude there, and he's got enough people around him and enough influence to make sure everything is fair and square, then Floyd, I think, could still win that fight. The situation with Canelo Alvarez and Andre Ward is that's not the same scenario. But I think Andre Ward, but as far as like the comparison between the actual fighters, man, I don't think that's much of a contest. I think, quite honestly, that Canelo Alvarez is tailor-made for Andre Ward. Tailor-made for Andre Ward, because Canelo Alvarez doesn't have a lot of foot speed to stay away from Andre Ward. And Andre Ward is somebody that could fight on the ends. He could fight on the outside. He could fight on the inside. His defense on the inside, man, I think along with Andre Ward is just such a unique fighter that I think that he is very, very difficult to prepare for, because he, like I said, he can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. He's somebody that has sneaky power that is just, and he's got the mentality. He has the mentality of a winner. And that's one other reason why I don't think that fight would happen, because Andre Ward is not going to enter into a fight with Canelo Alvarez for whatever amount of money without being dead set on winning the fight. I don't think he's going to go out there for let me get this Canelo Alvarez, let me get a Canelo Alvarez $10 million payday, and I'm happy to take whatever it is that they get that Canelo Alvarez gives me, because there is definitely cachet in the name of Andre Ward. And if Andre Ward and Canelo Alvarez were to fight on the zone, then it would be, first of all, it would be the biggest fight of Canelo Alvarez's career, because unlike Gennady Golovkin, true hardcore boxing fans know exactly how good Andre Ward is, because Andre Ward has proven it in the ring against top-notch competitions. But Andre Ward is not going to. I think Andre Ward would be the type of guy that, if he doesn't get what he wants, would walk away from it. And that includes proper drug testing for an extended amount of time. It would mean, if he's I don't think, since he's not the reigning champion, I doubt very much he'd be concerned about things like, who comes into the ring second, who comes into the ring first, or any of that type of stuff. But, I don't think that's a fight. I just don't think that's a fight that Andre Ward would take, unless Andre Ward knew that all of the tables and everything involved with that were fair. And he's got a lot of very experienced people around him that know championship fights. And Andre Ward just generally does. I don't think that he's a thirsty fighter, and he honors and respects the value of the fact that nobody has beaten him since he was 12 years old. So, but all of that fantasy stuff, because I like that fantasy, style-wise, ability-wise, or whatever. Andre Ward beats Canelo Alvarez, and I think he beats Canelo Alvarez quite easily. If this is a prime or anywhere near a prime, Andre Ward and Canelo, Andre Ward beats the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez, and I don't think it's 7-8 rounds. It's just going to get ugly. Canelo Alvarez is going to get beat up, mugged up, and he's going to get stopped. But those fights aren't going to happen. The fights that happen for Canelo Alvarez, who knows? Because the obvious ones are Bivol, Demetrius Bivol, and Arthur Beterbiev. Now, the question with Bivol and Beterbiev are, do they have enough leeway to make sure that the fight involving Canelo Alvarez is not so one-sided in all of the intangibles that they literally have to knock this guy out to win the fight? And I've said that about Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez fights for a while now. It hasn't been, I don't think the playing field has ever been even on a fight with Canelo Alvarez that I've seen. Even in the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight with Canelo Alvarez, it was Canelo Alvarez got a draw on a scorecard in a fight that he didn't win a round in. And people can't tell me that he was slipping punches from Floyd Mayweather Jr. and they were just, you think those punches landed, but they missed by an inch. No, not the case. It was that Canelo Alvarez could not hit Floyd Mayweather to save his life. But, it is what it is with all of that stuff. Canelo Alvarez, to me, man, it's so disappointing, man. His career at this point is just so disappointing from somebody that watched Canelo Alvarez from the earliest part, once he became visible to the boxing world, when he was fighting on the undercards of Floyd Mayweather Jr. or visible to the boxing world at large, I was a fan and a supporter of Canelo Alvarez. But to see what he has turned into, it's like being a friend of Anakin Skywalker and watching him transform into Darth Vader, because literally it's the same. He went from a young, talented fighter to a chemically induced robot with all of the overhyped fanfare that you could possibly expect from the Empire. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I would love to see Andre Ward and Canelo Alvarez fight a fair one, but that's not going to happen. And since that's not going to happen, I doubt that Andre Ward would ever take that fight. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.